slow at first, so I'm in second gear right now, and oh god. Oh my god. What's going on, guys? It's Alexa back with another video, and today I'm actually going to be installing a cold air intake on my 2010 Camaro SS. Now, I've had a few trial runs with cold air intakes on this car so far. I've had it for about a year and a half, and it's got just over 41,000 miles. When I bought it, it only had 19,000 miles. So this has been my daily driver, and I've been loving it, but I'm ready for just a little bit more speed. So I've been doing some trial runs with different cold air intakes. The first one I got was actually a gift. An owner of a 5.0 Mustang GT decided to give me a cold air intake that he had on his. I wanted to see if it would fit. It did not, because that's a 5.0 liter engine. Mine is a 6.2. So to no surprise, I tried it. It worked, but it didn't give me the power gains that I was expecting, so I took that off. I had a subscriber actually tell me about a piece that he himself had tried on his car. He switched it out to see if there was an effect difference with a plastic material. He didn't have much luck either, so he said I could have this metal piece. This is the piece he sent me. So this one does fit my factory engine. However, I needed the other parts to go with this so I could actually use this piece. So I called K&N and I said, hey, would I be able to get some missing parts where I could complete this cold air intake? So I went and ordered a K&N filter right here, and I went ahead and ordered a heat shield. However, when I needed the other parts to connect everything, they said if we give you everything else, you might as well go ahead and order the whole kit. I didn't want to order the whole intake kit because that's about $320, $330. I wasn't ready for that just yet, so I was like, all right, I need a different option. So I was either going to save up for a cold air intake, or I checked on eBay, and there's actually an intake system for the 2010 SS, and that's what I have here today. So the eBay intake system, which cost me $65. This is the intake tube, comes with that. This is your heat shield that I'm going to be installing. This is the 6-inch to 4-inch adapter for the filter head. Here's all of my, let's see, here's all of my hoses and clamps, all nicely wrapped in bubble wrap. We even got our flanges here and adapters and the filter. There we go. Yep. So we're going to give this a shot. Now, I know a lot of people may frown upon intakes that are very cheaply made. As you guys can see, some of these flange pieces don't even match in color. Looks like there's a blue one in here. So we're gonna see how it looks, but first I honestly just want to see if everything hooks up properly and if it actually works. If it does, then cool, I'm gonna keep it and kind of roll with that. So $65 cold air intake versus $320 something intake. So I don't have the expensive intake here with me to compare, but I do want to see if this does give me adequate power gains, and I want to see if there are any problems with this intake down the road. So if there are any problems, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But if you guys haven't seen any official cold air intake videos, the install is very simple. We disconnect this piece here, pull the entire apparatus of the intake tube off here, disconnect this, we take off our O2 sensor right here. We have to be very careful with that. I added a drop-in K&N air filter here to give me maybe like what, 5 more horsepower, 3 to 5. So it's very small, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep all of this just in case my system does not work. We take this vacuum hose off as well, hook everything up, and then we're gonna see how it does. So I will see you guys once we get started. guys, so quick update. What we did notice was that when we were putting the O2 sensor inside of here, there was a bit of a gap around the outside edges of this. So I didn't like that. I didn't want any air possibly passing through this and giving a wrong reading or anything like that. As you can see, this material is a little bit scratched. I'm not even sure what this is actually made of. So what I'm gonna do is just use the pipe that my subscriber sent to me. So we're just going to use that, and I might as well go ahead and use the K&N filter that I already ordered. I thought about sending it back, but you know, if that's one more thing that's high quality material that I can put on the car that I already have here, then I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm not using this pipe. Once again, it's from eBay, so I'm not too terribly surprised, but we're going to do our best to work with the other parts that came with the system, all of the flanges, the adapters, and everything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and keep going at it. Guys, so this is my Frankenstein project CAI. Making sure everything fits and is tight.
It would be ideal for this hose to come back like over here somewhere and attach to here instead of going across this, because you know what I'm saying, like you got all of this.
Alright guys, so it is the next morning and just walked into a spider web. Damn it. Long story short, we had quite a few pieces that didn't line up exactly where they needed to be, so I felt better with using the K&N filter that I already have here, and I went ahead and used the pipe that my subscriber donated to me, and we used a few other pieces to hold some things in place because, as I said, the eBay kit, there was some stuff that was just a little loose. Once again, you get what you pay for, so I can't be so upset. But what we have constructed seems to be working. So I gave it a quick test drive last night. I did notice a difference, but I want you guys to get my reaction as I drive it in a few minutes. But I'll go ahead and give you guys a cold start, and we can listen to the engine as well. Getting pollen already. Get one day in the 70s. Alright, so here's the setup. There's the K&N filter at work. Put my hand over it. It's definitely sucking in air. Here's everything connected. There's the flanges. We've been keeping an eye on this tube to make sure it doesn't touch against this belt. And we're gonna get in touch with a few of my members of C3 Car Club that are some Camaro mechanics, and we're gonna see if this setup is decent, if it's sufficient, and if we can get a better, if we can get a better system for this vacuum hose right here. So we used a ton of electrical tape and we're hoping it holds up for now, but I do have a trip next weekend and I want to make sure all of this is good to go before I take it on the road. So but going to work and stuff, I should be fine. So this is what the setup looks like. It is a Frankenstein type of setup because we use a lot of different parts from different places, but overall the system itself works. and it's pretty solid. Nothing's wiggling, so that's what I like to see. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give it a test drive. All right, guys, so I'm heading out right now, and we're gonna go ahead and give this a little test really soon. Coming up to a red light now, and so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in manual mode. I prefer to do this switch when I'm stopped because I want to be as gentle with the transmission as possible. I don't think you should really be switching between automatic and manual mode while you're driving. So I would prefer to do this at a stop, so I'm go ahead, do that, and I hit my left paddle shifter, which is downshift, and my gauge now says M1, so I'm in first gear. So I'm going to go ahead, pull off. Pull these windows down for you guys. I get nice little crackles too. Alright, so getting on the highway, I'm going to get a nice little pull. So I'm going to go slow at first, so I'm in second gear right now, and oh god! Oh my god! Oh snap! Make sure there's no cops out here. Crap! Oh my god! So, safe to say, I definitely heard the intake working. Like as soon as I accelerated, I could hear it, and I just had the window crack. Went, I don't want to say my speed, but I jumped a good 20 miles an hour very quickly. I think with manual mode in general, you get peak performance. Obviously, it's a more sporty performance. However, with the intake, I really feel like it adds just a little bit more punch. If I'm in automatic mode, I really don't feel it that much at lower RPMs. I really notice the intake operating more when I'm at like 2,500 or higher. And the only way you're going to get to 2,500 RPM or higher is if you're in manual mode, so you can control when it shifts. Because in automatic, it shifts you early, so you can save gas and all that other stuff. So what I've noticed compared to what I paid for is I'm very satisfied, and I'm really happy with the results. And I can only wait to do a few more mods to the car. That's gonna have to come later down the road when I save up for it a little bit more. But don't forget that I do have a, oh god, get around this truck. It's too much gravel. Kicking up rocks galore, goodness. Don't forget that I do have a Patreon page if anyone is interested in helping to contribute to the channel and some of my content. I had an issue with my camera the other day, and that's the whole reason why I'm actually reshooting this reaction video. I had some audio clip. I had a clip that didn't have any audio with it. Don't know how, but I'm hoping I really don't have to get a new camera. I would like a stabilizer, so that way when I'm doing car shows, I'm able to get some clean content for you guys, some clean shots. So, but yeah, feel free to check out my Patreon page. I greatly appreciate it. I don't know if many people know about it, so I just figured I'd add that little snippet in. But overall, a combination between the purchase of the eBay kit and the K&N filter head and stuff, I would say I paid roughly about $150 for everything. Manual mode is something else, you guys. So $150 in comparison to maybe like $330 for a different K&N air intake. I'm still pretty satisfied. So let me know what you guys think. If this is something you guys would ever consider putting on your car. If not, I totally understand. I just wanted to try it out to see if it worked and how reliable it would be. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for adding some input into my Frankenstein build. I did what I could, but I'm happy with it. So if you guys have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And get some downshifts. Oof. Can I get another second gear pull? Oh, sports mode is terrible. But thank you guys again for watching. time. Take care.